on some teams and actually NMDs, you'll see some emails over the next couple of days, really looking at what is the driving. When I start to look at a team that is growing, what is the driver that's in there? And it comes back to what's the building block of our business. Now, a lot of the times when people say they want to get to QNMD or they want to get to NMD, they're looking at building those sales coordinator legs. But it actually starts even earlier than that. The real truth on it is, if you are really wanting to be successful yourself, the first thing I'm going to encourage you to do, if you're not already there, I'm sure many of you actually are on this call, but if you're not already there, I'm going to encourage you to make SDVF one of your very first goals to tick off. Okay? And then for those of you who are there and who are teaching and want to move forward in this business, the only thing I'm going to get you to focus on is raising up other SDVFs. Now, why? You might kind of think that that sounds quite simple. Shouldn't we be looking at raising senior sales coordinators and QNMDs? The reality is that a group of SDVFs together, so if you are an SDVF and you raise up another SDVF, you probably along the way as well become qualified. So you've become a club, and we talk about clubs a lot, okay? However, if you continue to raise up SDVFs, if you're teaching other people to do the same, okay, what you're doing there is you're creating SC legs anyhow. But the people that I've watched be really, really successful, they will track every single franchisee that comes on board and every single one of them getting through to SDVF, and then they're on to the next one and the next one and the next one. Why? Because the people who want to go beyond there will self-select. What do I mean by that? They will show up and they will do the work, and from there, they will become sales coordinators and beyond. Our main goal, if we want to be successful in this business, is bringing somebody on. So always frontline recruiting, that's one of the most important things that you can do, and going wider and wider. Don't be tempted to stack or anything like that. And that going wide in your business is another powerful tool that I watch with people being successful. For me, in my last business, before I actually went into consulting and then came on with Juice Plus, I had 65 wide. I put 65 wide in an 18-month period. Okay? And people say, what did you do with them all? I didn't have to do anything with them all. The reality was that I raised them up to those first levels in that particular business. And then from there, the people who wanted to do more actually self-selected and plugged in and learned and ran with me and said, okay, I'm going to do the same as what you just did. Okay, what happens is we find somebody, we put all our hopes and dreams into that one person, we try and drag them along even to sales coordinator. God help them sometimes, and you wonder why they're not going to do anything. Whereas if you can bring somebody through to SDVF and they're a strong SDVF, they start to, they've got a decent bit of some nice structure in there. They're probably earning anywhere between $300 and $500 a month already in those early days. That's not bad. That's, if you really think about it. We kind of undervalue that. Can I tell you, for a lot of people, that $300 to $500 a month going in there might be the difference between them being able to go on a family holiday at the end of the year. You start to add it all up. It could be the difference about whether that is that extra little bit that they need for the mortgage payment or for the school payments. It might not seem a lot, but can I tell you that the majority of our franchisees will want to stay in the business for that $500 a month. Okay? That is a big deal for a lot of people, and yet we undervalue it. We automatically think that everybody should be earning thousands and thousands of dollars. There's a lot of people that are not prepared to put the work in to get to the thousands of dollars. But I would much rather see them be able to have that $500 and be able to have their Juice Plus free for their family, for example. That could be what it's paying for, or adding up to extra things. Then when we know that, when we teach people that, and we teach them to teach people that, the real goal that you want is for somebody is to replace themselves. And SDVF level, what do we need? We need at least one recruit. So they've actually they've duplicated themselves, they replaced themselves. That's what it is that you want to do. There's your secrets. If I was to ask any of them, and I can, straight away think of a number of NMDs that I've seen come through and absolutely fly through. They would have a notebook with them. And in that notebook, they would open it up and they would be able to show me every new VF, where they were at to DVF and SDVF. And that was where they would stop there, and then they would look at then who could qualify. But that was what they were doing. Their job was to bring through somebody from when they started through to SDVF. You think about how easy that is to teach somebody. Does everybody on the call know how to get to SDVF? Put your hand up if you don't know. Everybody knows that I can see across here, okay? So again, it's literally, all you're doing is starting yourself, getting 3 to 5 orders, getting your 1,000, you're now a DVF, and you're teaching 2 to 3 other people to do the same. That's it. That's what you're doing. If you're doing it with just one other person, you just need to get a few more extra orders between yourselves. But if you were to think about keeping it that simple, and you were just to continue to do that every month, just imagine if you were bringing on an SDVF every month, you're bringing on a franchisee and you were bringing them through. So from start to finish, you were kind of straddling over those first 40 days, so a 2-month period. But if you could imagine, even if it was every 2 months that you brought somebody on and brought them through to SDVF, I can pretty much guarantee you that you would probably be a national marketing director within an 18-month to 2-year period. Because out of those SDVFs that you'll be bringing forward, there will be a couple of other people that would catch the vision just like you. That's how difficult it gets. Kim, does that make sense?
That was perfect. That was awesome. I loved it.
That's really, you know, we try to overcomplicate it. We really do. We try to overcomplicate what it is to be successful in this business. But that's actually what it is. And I was sitting down with a number of leaders after GoPro, and we were just talking about this, and they were saying themselves, you know, at the end of the day, when you focus, and for them as well, it was an aha moment again when we were reconnecting, we were talking about SDVFs. They were all saying to me, we used to track this. We used to track this all the time. I says, yeah. So sometimes going to trainings and that is actually just about being reminded about what you used to do. Okay, that's why I always will show up and show up and show up, no matter how long I have been in this industry, because oftentimes it's not about new stuff. There's very rarely new stuff. It's actually just about being reminded about what are the fundamentals. And each one of you, if you want to be a national marketing director or whatever it is that you want to be, the secret is making sure that you get back to the fundamentals. Get your grid out or whatever it is that you use to track, and make sure that there's at least one conversation happening on there every single day. More if you want, that's fine. But commit to yourself there'll be at least one on there, because from there you will build relationships. From the relationships, you will build customers. From the customers, raving fans. From the raving fans, franchisees that will come along for the journey with you. And from there, if they're already connected to the mission, if they already get about healthy living, if they already get that, you know what, our Juice Plus is about being able to bridge the gap, they will then get what it talks about. You're already training them. They will get what it is about being a franchise, because all they're doing is taking the product, having an experience, and then sharing their story. Now, the other thing actually that Eric said very early on, he kind of gave us some rules of the game. He said, if you do not perfect your story, okay, he said, perfect your story from the start and share it at every opportunity you can. And that is first and foremost, he said it, it's your product story first and foremost. Your business story will develop from there. But if you're not perfecting your story, and that's not trying to make it something out of nothing, that's your truthful story. For me, it's about energy and it's about better sleep. You know, I will share time and time again before Juice Plus. I would get to the end of the week, as an introvert working in an extrovert's world, put me in a corner, give me a glass of wine, don't talk to me. You know, I started on Juice Plus. I actually liked people by the end of the week, which was a real plus since I worked in the people business. But I'd ask people, how many people feel like that? You get to the end of the week and you just got nothing left to give. Or who else? You know what? I mean, how many people go to bed, think they've had 8 hours sleep and wake up just as tired as when they went to bed? you know, and I get all of these nods. Now, they're not big, you know, I haven't grown back an arm or done anything like that. We kind of think that our stories to be effective have to be huge. But I can guarantee you, every time I have shared that story with somebody, they kind of go, oh my gosh, that's me. Oh my gosh, yeah, no, I wake up exhausted, or, you know what, I get to the end of the week and I haven't got any energy, or whatever it might be. Share your authentic story. Get it so well, and then keep on sharing it. That's the first thing he said. It was one of the very first things out of the gate. Unless you can perfect your story and you teach others to do the same, okay, then, you know, at the end of the day, you've got nothing to share in that. So that would be the thing. And I can see this little timer here telling me, so I'm going to talk really fast. So for each of you, some rules of engagement if you truly want this business, okay? First of all, give yourself an ACE checkup. Where are you? Attitude, commitment, and effort. Be honest with yourself, okay? This is between you and the piece of paper. Score yourself on each one of those, okay? Secondly, get your story down on paper, okay? Get your product story down on paper. If you want to know how to do it, get onto any of the calls that are coming up, the Getting Started calls. Also, get out your starter guide. There's great little tips in there on how to craft your story, okay? So that's the next thing there. And then thirdly is commit to consistent action. Every single day doing a reach out. And once you get somebody started, your goal is to bring them through the DVF and SDVF. After that, you know what? They will self-select if they want to do more. But that's your goal. That's your job, is to get them through to there. All righty. I'll come up for air. Anything else you wanted me to add, Kim or Naomi? Sorry, I just talked.
No, that was perfect. I know, Naomi, is there anything you would love? I'll let Naomi. Yes.
No, not at all. Like, I have so much love and gratitude for Celine. She's been there for me and kicked me up the butt when I've needed it, and been a listening ear when I've needed it, and so much. And yeah, so you know, we from us to you, we really appreciate you making the time, you know, to come on this call and speak to all of us. But I absolutely love being able to break it down that simply. Like, we think of SDBF, we think how achievable that is, and that is literally what our businesses are built on. It's just SDBFs. And I think that when you can really get that, like, that penny drops, and you really understand that, and that's all you need to duplicate in this, then yeah, like, what's stopping everyone? You know, what's stopping like anyone from doing this? So yeah, I really loved it. Yeah, hearing it broken down that simply. So
no, you're welcome. No, my absolute pleasure. I love the opportunity to be able to share like this with with all of you. And so, you know, go out there. If you're not an STVF now, connect with your upline and go, that's my goal. The next 40 days, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to absolutely do it. And then I'm just going to teach it. And that's it. That's literally as difficult as it gets. We really do try to overcomplicate it. So just come along for the journey, and it'll be exciting. And if you're not in the 90-day game plan, a group that we've got going, get in there, or you guys might have something going on. But if you're not in there, I encourage you to get in there, because there's lots of stories being shared, and lots of training and lives and things like that are happening as well.
That is perfect, Celine. Thank you so much. I am like, how's everyone feeling? Are we buzzing? Like, this week I'm so excited. I'm like, I should be going to bed soon.
Look at them. They're all blown away, kind of going, oh my God, she talks too fast.
No, love it. Love it. Love it. Seriously, Celine, thank you so much for, jumping on outside of work hours for us. We are truly grateful. I took a lot of gold from that. I know I'm going to be implementing, getting back to basics. So, I don't know. I'm speechless on how grateful.
Gee, that makes a change, Kim.
I know. This is true. All right. Well,
love you all. Just go out there and make it happen. Honestly, we are so blessed with the product and the business model we've got. And as I said, I've been around this a long time. So, be courageous. Just put your big, big girl pants on, big boy pants on, whatever kind of thing, but be courageous, because that's what it is. It's every day choosing to be courageous, because that's what it takes to be successful as well. Because yes, it's simple and that, but it is about getting up each day and choosing to be courageous. And if you choose to be courageous, honestly, anything is possible in this business. And I know that. So big hugs. Awesome. Loving it. I'm seeing all of these actions already in the little chat here. So good work. Well done, everybody. 99.
Thank you.
God bless. Bye.